Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you live from Just the Tip Cigars in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast. Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast, a cigar show for the community by the community. A forum to talk stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle. If you're looking for ratings, negativity, reviews, or authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place. Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group or emailing us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
I'm Corey.
I'm Sam.
And I am Jason.
And we're the biker mice from Cigar Junkies, and you could be too if you go do all the things. Tell them what the things are.
Like, share, subscribe, follow everywhere.
Ooh.
But we like the sharing, and a lot of people have been sharing for sure, man. I was looking at the YouTube numbers, and we're like,
good. You're listening.
Yes,
You're listening.
You guys are good at following the instructions.
That's what we want you to do.
Bro, Troy Harper is like the lead cultist for sure.
Well,
he is out there on Facebook putting up old YouTube. Like, I don't even know how he's going through the selection process. I don't know if he has a randomizer, but he's just putting up like 2 or 3 episodes per week of us on YouTube and sharing them out. So
at this point, he's making his own Kool-Aid.
Well, what what Troy Harper's hoping to do is that if we really make it big one day, we're going to be like, you know what, buddy, come on.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get after it.
Troy Harper can be our social media manager. So earn that pay that you're not making right now, Troy. Share on all platforms.
As you have.
Comment, like, all that stuff.
Adam Sandler. AF.
As you have. I've just watched a podcast with Adam Sandler on it, so it's stuck in my head. That's been a theme this week's for sure. So speaking of this week's, what are we smoking and where's it from?
Oh, that was quick. We are smoking a cigar.
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar smoking experience. Whether you're exploring their wide selection of premium cigars, unwinding in their comfortable lounge, or enjoying live music on one of the most unique and intimate live music venues in the burg, the house has something for everyone. Do you want to try the stick we're smoking today? Stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com or visit Dave in Bell Vernon or Heidi in Brownsville. Wherever you are, make the house your home for premium cigars.
That's right. Make the house your home for premium Fox Kids cartoon toys and cigars, I guess, too, if you have to. We are smoking the Guerilla 3. I think this is backwards. Is it 305 or 350?
305.
305. All right, cool. Dyslexia going a flutter. 6.5 by 42 El Jefe Flaco. We call this one the good-looking Jeff. You know what I mean?
I love the size.
Yeah, thin, silvery. It's nice. The wrapper, Ecuadorian Habano 2000. We've got Indonesian Sumatra binder. All of these tobaccos in this are long name names. Usually, like, dude, I had to do some format editing to fit them all in the notes because I even chopped some of it down. They got Piloto, Criollo 98, Corojo, and Connecticut Broadleaf in the filler. So there's a lot happening inside of this cigar. This was the first Tarazona line made at Tabacalera William Ventura in the Dominican Republic. And if I may say, this is what I imagine the best Cuban cigar probably tastes like. Not like super intense, but pretty decent. Except for it draws well.
Yeah, it does draw. Yeah, the draw on it's good. I like it's a little bit tight, which is perfect. That's there's a little resistance there, but not over the top.
Zapiste resistance.
Was it Ventura's?
I think you caught Sam off guard with that photograph right there.
It's Tabacalera Ventura. Was that the one that burned down?
Yeah, but I don't think it was the one in Dominican Republic. I think it was like one of their warehouses on the West Coast, if I'm not mistaken.
That's I've never paid.
It wasn't the factory. I don't think it was a warehouse,
storage house.
So it was a bunch of their inventory was lost for sure. So not good. In any sense.
No matter what the reasoning and all that was. Have you lit yours yet, Jay?
Oh yeah.
And what are your thoughts thus far on it?
Oh, really? You interrupted me as I was doing technical stuff behind the scenes here. This is, to me, first off, like you said before, I really, really, really enjoy the length and
Girth.
size of this. I wasn't going to say girth because
There you are. You're
I
girthing
wasn't
it.
because I was trying to keep Corey from making a wiener joke.
Why? What? It's going to happen
Because
either
I'm
way.
the only one.
You do have a higher probability. It's like the likely. If somebody's like, "Oh, somebody made a wiener joke on the podcast," all eyes are looking at you first.
At least mine are generally subtle. Like I don't say the thing. Like I just hint at it. You know what I mean?
Seneca said Corey is a wiener joke.
I am a wiener joke.
Anyhow,
Ask me about my wiener.
God damn it, I wasn't close enough to the mute button.
Catch him off
yeah,
guard.
but I can do this.
I didn't even say the thing. That's my Halloween, dude. I'm getting that wig. I'm adding it to the
You're going to be
collection.
Ric Flair for Halloween.
Let's go.
That is the best. That is the best idea for a Halloween costume.
I'd
for
be
you.
Ric Flair and Stone Cold's love child.
I love the fact that last time he talked about pretending to be a wrestler, it was The Rock. So like his standards are really changing here real quick.
Yeah,
See,
Ric
that's-
Flair is the greatest entertainer in sports entertainment history.
To be fair,
To be fair.
I never made any of those associations.
And we've you made,
Chingo and Patty purchased the doll that was supposed to be The Rock, but was clearly made after my image if I worked out. And then Jason or you conspired to assign the Ric Flair. So
that was a combination.
if I was picking, it would have been Sting or Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, but Sting. Well, the ultimate warrior.
Are you ready?
The ultimate warrior doesn't woo.
Bonesaw is ready.
I got you for 3 minutes. That's 3 minutes of playtime, little man. I understood that reference.
So, anyhow,
Is that what Britt says every night before you guys hop into bed?
No, it's just implied that it's little man.
It'd be awesome if she did the voice better than you, and that's what she did.
Yeah, I think that would kill the vibe. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, vibe would be dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, what do you think of the cigar so far?
he's doing this to me on purpose.
100% did that on purpose.
I've got the microphone pushed all the way out to my right. I've got the headphones up on my head, and I'm sitting here ticking away at the computer. But this is
It's a cigar. It is cylindrical,
it's
contemplative.
not uninspiring is not the word I'm looking for. It is
Coming out swinging.
Yeah.
no, it's
Do you want to take a minute to think about it? As soon as you're not prepared, I'll call you out again.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. He's having a heck of a time here, and I'm really enjoying
is.
this, just getting him completely off guard on
All
it.
right, let me get this out of the way. Sam made us not. We weren't like super enthused about this cigar today
No.
because we know this cigar, based on what Sam had said, has been sitting in the humidor over at the old Leaning House factory, not a factory store. You know, they're synonyms. It's been sitting there for a while. Like we're thinking probably 7 years, and we're going. Is there going to be anything left of this cigar?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how long it's been, but I know I had it 3 years ago, and it just didn't have a whole lot of body and strength to it at the time.
It's been rusting.
I feel like it has improved from last time I had it. It
Has to be a different shipment, right? Or did they stop making them a long time ago?
I don't know. I don't know. I should have probably done like a little bit of homework on that, but yeah, speculation was strong on this that it was going to be very, very just dull, and it has a lot more going to it than I expected it to for sure.
You just start talking smack like a teenage girl with no research.
Of
You know
course.
what I mean? It's like, that was not expected. The picture swappages.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah, no.
It's shiny things moving around
Yeah,
in front of
he
you.
rolled in like, get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Yeah, let's go.
This is gonna be bland. It's not bad.
No, it's much better than I anticipated.
It's not quite medium, but it's a little better than mild.
Yeah, it's
We'll see.
better than bad. It's good. I mean, but it's not
It's log.
great. Yeah, it's log. I feel like that just needs to be one.
Stopped at the.
That needs to be one of our, like when we're talking about cigars, be like, what do you think of it? You know, buy it again, wouldn't buy it again. It's log, and just roll that in there.
Do you think we have enough cachet to change the whole industry and like let's not call them sticks anymore. Let's just call them logs.
No.
No. Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
think
like
so either.
maybe you could rebrand like the 990s as logs,
Yeah.
but like that's about it.
If it was up to me, it'd be anything over a 654. A 654 would be your last stick. Anything beyond that in ring gauge
It's a
would
log.
be a log. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, you could leave Gordo in there, and so like 56 to like
Oh, it's gone.
64 can be Gordo, and then after that it's just logs.
The fun I don't imagine you are. The fun thing about it if you select it and use the like on there and use the arrows, you might be able to move it with the arrows. No, the lines are gone. Jason drug it out of frame. The fun thing is, I believe the video watchers could probably see what you're doing.
No.
No?
Nope.
Are you certain? Because if we can see it on OBS, they can whatever.
When it pops up that initial time,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for the
Yeah, oh,
blinks,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they see him struggling, which is
For the
great.
blink ups.
I'm going to take the opportunity to say good morning to Marcy Curcio and
Oh,
Dougie
well.
Doug.
Dougie
What
Doug.
up to our peeps out in the lands?
The land of the living.
Don't worry about
Okay, just keep going.
Hello,
So,
it's me. I've been wondering.
see,
You didn't know which one I was going.
I went
to.
Lionel Richie.
Yep.
You know, is it me or it's me? That's and I had to think about it a little too long on that one. So
Will
my bad.
you
My bad.
Beer me forever.
Jay, do you want to talk about the beers?
He's
Sorry,
putting
I'm-
way more artistic.
I know he's like really going
into
crazy
this
on
than
this.
I thought it would. It was just like, here's a couple pictures, pop them up when we talk about the things.
Yeah.
And he was like, the framing isn't right. It's got to be perfect.
It is not good.
Yeah.
How was your week? You know what I mean? Like, you do stuff. You don't have any clothes left. I've never seen you in a non-junkie shirt that doesn't have buttons on it. So I think that's the question everybody wants to know is, where's Sam's buttons?
So we're getting ready to get all the school clothes together. So everything's spread out right now, and my button downs are sitting there, and I'm looking through, and I just didn't feel like ironing a shirt this morning. I was like, I got this. And I started trying to look for a junkie shirt, and I'm like, no, it's in there somewhere. I'm done. I'm done. Jay, are you ready to join us?
What's the Billy Madison song? I got my lunchbox packed and my boots tied tight.
I hope I don't get in a fight. I'm back to school. Billy Matt. With that, you know what? I need to rewatch that one.
Oh yeah.
I need to rewatch that. And
see.
You and the Penguin.
Little Nicky.
Little Nicky was okay.
I don't think Little Nicky holds up quite as well as Billy Madison.
Little
But-
Nicky has a special place in my heart.
Sure.
Ditto.
There's that one was very much situation that we were watching it in made it so much better at the time.
Right on.
And we watched it a lot.
Listen to Chicago.
Wars
Popeye's
of the
chicken.
devil.
I command
Popeye's
you in the
chicken
name
is-
of Lucifer. Oh.
Try number 3.
All right. Are you ready to talk
Popeye.
about the cigar now?
Popeye's chicken
Okay.
is the shiz.
Yeah, I'm just doing it. I'm just gonna finish it.
Ah.
I was trying not.
Yeah.
The word I was looking for was unremarkable.
Unremarkable. Okay. But you made a remark about it, so you're not right.
Oh,
Oh, this is true.
you're gonna have steam coming out of them headphones here in a minute.
As soon as you describe something as unremarkable, you've automatically created a situation where you're lying.
Yeah, that's true. You know, just like you can't measure cold, it's unquantifiable.
Yeah. It's just that glorious. But yeah, so what are the beers we got today? And tell us about those things.
I can tell you that I didn't take my allergy medicine this morning.
We could tell you that too. We are aware.
So the two beers we have today are the
Somebody.
George Killian's Irish Red,
Dun, dun, dun.
and we have Yingling Brewing Company's, America's oldest brewery,
Located in Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
located in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. The Oktoberfest by them. I've never had it. It is the Oktoberfest is a classic Marzen style. The Killian's Irish Red is obviously an Irish Red. I don't have any neat information about these beers today because the website doesn't have all that crazy stuff that the IPA brewers do.
Yeah, when you're
because
not in the craft realm, they don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, it's beer.
you're like,
Drink
well,
it.
Yingling's like, hey, we made an Oktoberfest. Drink it. We don't give a crap about all the stuff that it has, like the ABV and the included solids and the specific gravity and stuff like that. No, they don't care. They're just like,
Pennsylvania, alcohol, Hershey's chocolate, pumpkins, just whatever we give you. Words, have it.
guns,
Yeah.
freedom.
Eagles.
9/11. We were throwing out random trigger words, so you got triggered on it, so it worked.
Well, like part of 9/11 happened in PA.
Oh yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just give them a little call out to it, just a little acknowledgement.
Shout out to 9/11. Thanks for making America less terroristy by proxy.
So
Which one's which?
the red one's the Irish red.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I don't know which one I'm handing you. What are you doing, bud?
I'm just waiting until I'm no longer embarrassed to be associated with this show anymore.
Oh, I'd have left a long time ago.
Corey, for all of you at home that are listening and watching, Corey Banks stood up because I don't know, he doesn't like beer. Maybe I don't. I'll tell you what.
America.
I'll tell you which one's which.
Yeah, it's not hard to tell.
Yeah.
That's the Oktoberfest.
This is Killian's on the right, I'm assuming.
And that's the Killians.
Yeah, like I said,
I'm thinking this. So like, this is generally the beer I drink on St. Patrick's Day.
What's that, Killians?
Yeah, because there's a lot of peer pressure to go Irish, and this is like the easiest barrier to entry kind of.
Yeah.
The
Oktoberfest tastes kind of tinny.
Yeah.
It
maybe not.
wasn't a can.
It was, in fact, in a can.
However, I think it goes decently well with the cigar. It pulls out those like darker notes
Yeah, I don't know which one.
in it while you're smoking it.
No, it's definitely Killian's is not as there's not as much going on with the red as there is with the Oktoberfest for sure. But that's not to say it in a demeaning way either, though. Like it just doesn't have a floral palette available to it.
There's no perfume.
No.
There's no
where the
perfume.
Oktoberfest does have it. It's
Sure.
got that,
Also, we kind of I dropped the ball this morning because Sam asked for specific things, and I did not bring those specific things. I think you asked for a Hefeweizen
a Heffa and a Dunkel, but
yeah.
it didn't matter. We just needed to be lighter beers.
I enjoys the Hofbrau Dunkel.
Yes. That is by far my favorite down there.
That's a good Dunkel.
And they'll do a black and tan with those two down there, which is the first time I experienced that. Well, that combination with those two beers, and it's phenomenal.
So,
and that glass.
indeed. So we are smoking boutique cigars with off the shelf beers. So these aren't necessarily beers you're going to write home to mom about if your mom's alive. And
That was a lot.
well, mine's not.
It definitely improved the cigar, though.
I agree.
I think now, unless like just getting into progression, it's finally got a retro on it. But the first couple of retros I took on it, there was nothing there. Now I get something all of a sudden.
Yeah, the cigars got a little bit of pep in its step now. Speaking of pep, I can taste a little bit more of the pepper. There's some spices and stuff there that are a little more prevalent now.
Yeah.
Because the beer opens up your palate. Those little bubblies and fuzzies. They bring everything to the surface. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I was gonna say that was kind of amusing to watch.
I'm just BSing.
No, it reminds me of is it the Guardian of the Farm from Aganorsa? Tastes a lot like that to me. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember which one. No, it's just the Guardian of the Farm. It's not what's their Night Watch, Cerberus, and Guardian. So the original Guardian, it's got similar qualities to me. Not quite as strong as the Guardian is, but that could be the age, or it could be that I'm just crazy and it tastes nothing like it.
Option B.
Doug Eggert says Corey likes it in the can.
He used open interpretation, but he's not far off.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it's it. Is that open AI, open interpretation now? I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, this is the Jason and Sam show today.
Why?
Speak. Even if you're wrong, say something.
I'm always wrong. Yeah, I know. This show just feels like a direction where I'm just gonna like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not quitting the show. I'm just like, kind of hanging back and letting you guys do your thing. The fun thing to me is Jason shows up for like, I want to do this. He's like, but I don't want to talk. I want to be on camera. I just want to be the Jamie. And then sometimes he embraces the role, and sometimes Sam throws it at him. And
like today. Just
like
ramrod.
Jason's really trying to embrace that he wanted to be the guy behind the chair.
Yeah, but it was
Sam's
so much
forcing him to be the guy in front of the camera.
But it was so fun because every time he'd just be like, move the mic, and they'd be like, oh, by the way, Jay, pull the mic back. Yeah, move the mic. Hey, Jay, son of a. I was just having fun. I can't. There's no more spit takes anymore, so it's as close as I can do.
I was just leaving that one go. I mean, I was trying to take the high road. You guys you're do your thing, but don't bring me down with you. We're just me and Jason. I know. Why don't we talk about our field trip? Now that you're having a beverage.
Now that I'm having a beverage.
Yeah, well, I was trying to indulge in Sam's give it back to Jason mentality.
So tell them about it. Tell them about the field trip.
What was the field trip,
guys?
Volley and served, or is it the other way?
He just returned
served
it.
and volley. Yeah. So we took a little outing, and I selected the picture that I thought that you would enjoy the best from said outing that encapsulates the idea of it. So we went down to visit our buddy Mike West of Low Card Tattoo in the south side of Pennsylvania, and after much delay and much conversation, finally got some updated ink on my arm to try to correct what has faded over the years. But I will reiterate, holy conversation, Batman. There was so much.
Really?
Am I wrong?
Here's how I'll describe this.
Paint us a scene, Jay.
I'll paint you a scene.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
The cigar junkies sit down in the morning to do an episode of the podcast. Corey gets real drunk and gets off topic real easy, right? He experienced that, but he wasn't Corey.
To be fair, I did drink, and not that much, but it affected me more than I expected it would.
3.5 hours. 3.5. We were there. What time? 11 o'clock? Noon?
No, 12. Well,
Noon.
we were supposed to be there at 12.
Right.
He got there at 12:20. You got there like 12:25.
Yep.
I was there at like 11:55.
So, well, you're asking
On
you're
brand.
asking-
On brand.
Yes.
Sure. You're asking a tattoo artist to be on time.
Yeah.
So we get in there, and like 12:20, we start BSing a little bit, and we're all talking about the day and how long it's gonna be. And he's like, "Yeah, a couple hours, blah blah blah," and like Corey and him start going back and forth, and they're talking about stuff, and Corey did not sit in that tattoo chair until every bit of 1:30.
I tried really hard though. I really like you saw me he was just enjoying watching my day just drip out of the hourglass. Like I'm sitting here going like, okay. Like I gotta go meet up with the family up at camp and stuff. And like I told her it was gonna be this long. Oh yeah, no, we'll get you out of there. And he'd go like pretend like he was gonna touch the tattoo gun, and then he would go change the music and be like, hey, check this out. Or
You ever hear this band? And hey, Alexa, play Midnight Rider by the Chicken Head Turbos or something like that.
it was a lot of bird walking, bro. A lot of it.
A ton of it.
Yeah.
3.5 hours for
An hour and a half, maybe.
no
In the chair.
less than 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Less than 45
It's
minutes.
hard
of
to
tattoo.
say because I stayed in the chair and he would get up and take a break and go outside with you, and I was like, okay, you know where to find me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
This was not a normal like that. I don't think this is what you would expect.
not
if
his
you
normal
came
day,
in to
yeah.
get an appointment with him. This is buddies doing a favor. I'm like, hey, you're going to indulge all of my things that I want to do, which
Yeah.
is cool. Like it was a great time. If I had all day to do it, it would have been no problem. It would have been no problem. But Jason, I think, was enjoying like my schedule being drained away.
Sure. And then you have
And then this is how it ended.
Do you see see the sweat on his forehead?
Dude.
It was warm, and Corey was tanked.
But here's the thing. You've seen me drink a lot of tequila. I did not drink very much tequila. I just did not. I was
I'd say
not.
half the bottle's a lot.
First of all, the bottle was about less than 3/4 full when we got there.
Sure.
And a lot of that was not me.
A lot of it was you.
Oh.
He says that. I took a
Pull
couple
that
of swigs.
picture back up for a moment,
oh, yeah.
please.
Sure.
So here's the thing, like I could drink a lot of tequila and be fine. You start doing a little tattoo work, it affects you different.
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Those endorphins and stuff
They
start
run.
kicking in.
Hadn't
Yeah, blood sugar
considered that in,
crashes.
oh my god, yes.
Yes.
I hadn't put that in the equation.
Yeah,
So I
that's-
don't know if I told you this, but after everything was all said and done, you guys went back outside and started smoking cigars or cigarettes or whatever the
I had a
combination.
cigarette.
they
He
were.
had a cigar.
I went and I was like ready to walk outside and just turned around and went into the bathroom and just emptied my entire digestive system through my esophagus.
I am. Oh, you barfed.
Oh my god, like a freshman in college.
Corey Banks
Oh yeah.
threw up in a tattoo shop bathroom.
I would love to act like I hadn't done that.
I've never thrown up in a tattoo shop bathroom.
Mine was right off of Brownsville Road.
Jesus.
Well,
It was St. Patty's Day, in my
Okay.
defense.
the hardest part about this, and maybe it was legit. It felt like a shtick. It really felt like a shtick. He kept telling me, like, "Hey, don't like." I'm mentally making this arm dead, keeping it as still as I humanly can, but I'm still speaking and trying to converse with people and stuff. But I am laser focused on keeping this arm dead still. He keeps grabbing me and saying, "Quit talking, quit talking." I'm like, just color the thing in, man.
I don't know what was going on there, man.
I felt like it was a shtick. Maybe it wasn't, but eventually I was like, this is torture. I can't talk. I've been drinking. I got to sit still in this chair. I can't talk to distract myself. So eventually I just went into this position and went, okay, I'm just going to sit here and do nothing. And and then eventually that led to where I ended up being. Yeah.
Asleep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
I
completely.
wasn't moving.
No.
I was very still.
No, this dude. He's asleep.
Nah, you really didn't know how tattoos affect you, did you?
No,
I'm talking about the way the endorphin rush works
Yeah.
with alcohol. Like
Well-
they are not friends.
No.
The other part of it is like you've taken away the one thing that I can do, which is speak. If my mouth can't move, I think my brain's just like, we may as well just shut it down. Yeah.
Power
Can't talk.
down.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
Time to be done.
It's like speed, but with a jaw instead of a bus.
Dougie Doug said he didn't know Mike was still in business. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an implication or if that's, oh, hey, didn't realize he was still around.
Yeah.
And then Seneca said he falls asleep during tattoo appointments. My wife does too. They say it's a thing with ADHD. If you're ADHD and you get a tattoo, something in you flips. So instead of getting the pain receptors, you just pass out instead of getting the jolt.
So here's the other thing too. Like when we started, hurt a little more than I remembered, but it's been 21 years. And also when that one was done, it was a cover up of a narrower thing.
Yeah.
And I do recall that anytime they went over the original thing that was there, that was the most painful part for me.
Scar tissue, yeah.
And that's all this is now.
Yeah.
From the very beginning, he is just going over what's already there. So I'm sitting there like doing the math in my, but I'm like, I ain't gonna show it to nobody. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna know.
Nah, it's when they redid mine on my shoulder, just it was this wide, and then I got bigger, and it looked really little. So the whole reason I got my back done was just to get this wider. Was the intention at the time. So
that's why you
it turned into a thing.
Trim the bushes
to make it
the
look
tree
bigger.
look bigger. Yeah.
But it's amazing what you can pull just out of text, isn't it, Dougie Doug? But yeah, so when he was going over that, I didn't notice that it hurt more on that, but right where the tricep and the bicep or in the deltoid kind of split right there, that little crease right on that bone, I have a lot of line work right there on the bone.
Yeah.
And every time it just lit me up. And I'm like, it's on my arm. Like I'm getting my back done and he's on my ribs and like it hurts, but like that zapped me more. But the worst spot for me was on my vertebrae in my back. Every time he'd go over a vertebrae, my vision would shake. Like it was disorienting. It would vibrate. Even my vision. I'm like, what is going on? I don't even know if it was so much. I don't remember if it was so much pain as it was just like, I don't like this. Like I really don't like this. And then I have a fun little feature for when I get tattooed, which is the second the needle hits me immediately, they have to stop because I just go white. And then all it is eat a piece of candy or something like that, and I'm fine.
Sure.
But it's same thing when I give blood, it's the same thing no matter what. Like as soon as a needle hits me, it's just flush, and it looks way worse than it is. Like I'm fine, but apparently it does not appear as though that is the case.
Well, you're in good company because you've seen how I look.
Yeah,
but that was at the end. But yeah, it was like, well, this is my option. I'm just gonna sleep and sweat.
Oh yeah, and sweat he did.
I did sweat
and sleep he did.
But did I cringe? Did I make any indication? Because that was the real effort. It was like, don't let him know. Don't let him know that it's uncomfortable in any way.
Are you kidding me? When my artist was tattooing my arm, I was like, dude, that fucking hurts.
Yeah. Language, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
It's always the one guy. You know,
I just had my car. And then when he got into like this area here, I'm like, oh god,
no,
come on. Ooh, and he's like, we'll get through it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. But whoa, man, that hurt.
Yeah, we're gonna be here a while too. This is not great.
Yep. And then, like I was telling you, once the endorphins wear out, they're gone.
Yeah,
they're gone.
They do a great job until they're not there anymore.
Yep. The third hour into the fourth, and you're like, oh, okay, I don't care that we're watching Spider-Man anymore.
Step Brothers.
What's that?
Step Brothers. Every single time I went in for my tattoo, I watched Step Brothers. Every time, like same movie over and over again.
I watched the 3 Spider-Man movie because I've never seen it.
Oh,
yeah. See, that'd been cool. I had to look at Jason the whole time.
Yeah, we get in there and he puts a movie on. He's like, "You want to watch a movie?"
That's a great idea.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, I want to watch a movie.
My guy did the same thing. He's like, "What do you want to watch?" And I was like, "You got Step Brothers. Let's put that on. That's mindless." And then,
well, it was so I was going through them and I saw a couple old movies in there. Like one of the ones I'd picked was The Lost Boys. Love that movie.
I haven't seen that.
Love that movie. And then Casino was the other one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I figured it's nice and long.
Always a good one.
You've seen it before. You know what to expect. There's good drama in it and all that other stuff. But I saw the Spider-Man movie and I was like, well, I haven't seen this. So, and I guess
which one was it then? No Way Home?
Is that the one with the 3 Spider-Mans in it?
Yeah. Is the meme one? Good movie though.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I was really impressed. The way they tied everything together. Which continued the trend, but kind of should have been like the pinnacle of this whole multiverse thing. And they're like, no, we're going to beat this horse all the way to death.
Oh,
prove it. Climb on the ceiling. No.
So speaking, can you get that spider web up there? Like it was that easy.
Yeah.
So they're making I saw a trailer for a new Venom movie.
Yeah.
Did you dislike the first 2 of those as much as I did?
I love the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Jason's a comic.
I like
guy.
the fun
I feel
of
like
Venom
he's gonna
and all
have
that.
thoughts.
My problem with the Venom movies is, I'm much more accepting of how they're doing it now than I was years ago.
When they did it in Spider-Man and
when
Tobey
the X-Men,
Oh,
when the first X-Men movie came out, I was appalled, right? Because they had changed the characters,
oh
their
yeah.
origin stories and stuff like that. Like Rogue, she got it from getting like she got the
stripe.
in her hair from getting her energy sucked out or whatever that was. Like that's not Rogue at all.
Your inner nerd was dying.
Yeah, I'm like, Rogue can
Miss
fly.
Marvel.
She's got super strength and stuff like that. I said, and the reason she can fly and has super strength is because basically she's two mutants.
Miss Marvel,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
She's Rogue
Well, to be
and
fair,
Miss Marvel.
that at that point in time, it could have been ahead of that happening.
Sure.
Because she was super young and stuff. But there was a lot of that. But
Yeah,
if we made the Venom point, like Venom
Sure.
is supposed to be scary.
Yeah, Venom is they turned him into an anti-hero.
But he was like the most terrifying Spider-Man villain.
Sure. And
Not in the Tobey Maguire one, he wasn't. That was the most embarrassing thing Marvel. Yeah, that was horrible.
well, to be I can't say it. Venom, when the symbiote came out, that's the start of the Venom arc. But the symbiote suit Spider-Man, Venom was there. He is the symbiote, but he really didn't get his personality until Spider-Man rejected him. That's when he became Venom. When he got on to Eddie Brock, after Spider-Man rejected him, he's like, no, that's the guy I wanted to be on. That's the dude. And that's
Also, Eddie Brock wasn't a whiny little crybaby
No.
in the comics and stuff.
But so I have gotten a lot more accepting of the poetic license that they take with these movies now, even though they were, the instrumental part of my childhood.
I'm a loser too, Eddie.
Yeah, pretty much. And you're like, no, that's Venom.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
But it's like a little buddy cop movie. And
I like the movie as a movie. Like when you get into the whole universe of it and all the moving parts, yeah, not great. But I don't know that I like Tom Hardy playing the heel like that. But
Yeah.
That's the thing. Tom Hardy could have been like a great traditional Eddie Brock.
yeah.
Don't you think? Like
Yeah,
he's that dude.
absolutely.
Like you were like, hey, no, let's make you into what was the other dude's name that played him? He has a horrible name. The guy from that '70s show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He has a horrible name.
The other Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
The one
Thank
from
you,
the
Jason.
Maguire movie. But yeah.
I don't know why I was looking it up on my phone when I have the computer.
I
right
was
in
like,
front
oh,
of me.
maybe it's just faster. You know what I mean? For him, I don't know what his deal is there. But I kind of feel like they were like, oh, no, this is the right body, but let's give him the wrong personality. Let's make him like the other guy was, like this loser piece of crap.
And
Topher.
Topher Grace.
It's a horrible name, isn't it?
it's not the best.
Yeah.
It's
It's going to be the worst name ever.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we're calling
They were
Eric.
like, oh, he's a ginger. Topher.
Topher Grace.
Yeah. It's an interesting way to go.
I wonder how
So-
long till he makes a cameo in the new
this,
ones.
This will be quick because I don't think either of you have seen it yet. But to go the complete opposite way of everything being
Deadpool.
true to what it should be, Deadpool Wolverine. Jason, not yet?
Haven't seen it yet.
Gotta be careful with the
get there.
interwebs.
I'll get there.
Gotta be careful with the internets, man. There's a lot of it on.
Dude,
on the
I have-
internet
Yeah,
already.
that's they've ruined a ton of the movie for me already. Like I've tried to avoid it, and it's just like, hey, look at this. No, stop. Come on. Like
anytime I've seen like Deadpool or Wolverine, I
You just-
immediately
yep.
click away from it.
Sam, you should just give up because you're not going to see that movie until like 2037.
I'm watching it tomorrow.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna watch tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, Sam and
I
I are
forget
going
he
to
gets
see it at the
days off.
theaters.
No, it's on Disney Plus now.
Shut up! I was.
Is it there already?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean,
Because
it showed up on
I've
there
seen
yesterday.
a lot of advertisements for things such as that, and they end up being the old Deadpool movies I don't
mean, it said
like I
Deadpool
seen
versus
HBO
Wolverine.
Max do the same thing. Like they try to hype around it. I've fallen for that before. Like sign up for the free trial. We've got this movie you want to see, and it's not. It's the old. It's not
Yeah.
the sequel. It is the other one. So I believe either you're going to see a preview or just
like a
the older
behind
one.
the scenes or something like that.
Yeah, I imagine that's incorrect. Shannon loves Tom Hardy.
Oh yeah, everybody loves Tom Hardy. That's what makes Tom Hardy Tom Hardy.
That boy can make some voices that are just like, why?
He
90% of the time I see him, I'm like, that's an interesting choice.
Well, did
For a
you
way
see
to
the movie
speak.
Bronson with him?
No.
He plays Charles Bronson from. He was the most notorious criminal ever in the UK. And holy crap, like the guy's a psychopath, and I don't know the actual guy, but the way Tom Hardy played it was wild, and it was. At one point, he's in prison. He lubes himself up with butter that he stole from the cafeteria so that he could prepare to fight all of the prison guards coming in his cell. He would take on 7 to 10 prison guards at a time and not lose. Not win, but not lose either. It was insane the way he did it.
I hate to disappoint you, but I was correct. There's trailers. There's a special look at. There's a if you
Is that
just
what it
search
is?
for it, yeah, it is not on there. Yeah.
Okay, that's I found it very surprising as
yeah,
well.
they don't want to sabotage their own box office.
Yeah, no, that's I don't know
so-
why you would. Yeah, Charles Bronson, like if you look into him, he's insane. It just started riots at multiple prisons, burnt down parts of prisons, got put in the nut house for a while.
He looks like Dr. Robotnik.
Very
does,
much.
yeah.
Very much so.
He's like Dr. Robotnik in Spider-Man 2 as Doc Ock. Like he
Yeah.
has 2 doctorates.
Yeah.
One in robots and one in octopus. I didn't know how else to describe it.
No, it's you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Dude, yeah. Like if you get a chance, watch that. I think it's on Netflix or Prime, but like check the movie out. It's insane. And then Tom Hardy in it is insane. Like it's if you ever doubted the amount of different ways that guy could act and like how skilled he is, that movie does it all. Like at some points he's a mime. Well, no, look up Bronson.
No small
mime.
parts. I could not be in that movie.
Yeah, it's yeah. His whole thing was to hone his skills fighting to be the baddest man ever. Like he would do when he was out of prison, he would get in dog fights where like it was 2 Dobermans versus him, and he'd win. There's the mime. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
it.
Now, Mad Max, I despised that movie.
What? Okay,
thought it was-
favorite Tom Hardy movie.
Probably Dark Knight Rises. I mean,
I liked him in Warrior.
Yeah,
Great film.
yeah. No, I mean, Dark Knight. That movie Dark Knight Rises was just a phenomenal movie across the board. So
Dark Knight Rises. Really?
yeah, I
As
love
yeah,
a
he
follow-up
was-
to Dark Knight.
was Bane.
Like Dark
Bane.
Knight was great. I don't know how I felt about Dark Knight Rises. Don't get me wrong. Like he was intense and he was scary and stuff. But that movie, and that's not their fault, man. You lost Heath Ledger. But I really felt
Surely.
like that one fell short of the goal line.
See, I think they kept it because here's the thing. Either way, you didn't need to bring Heath.
You didn't need him.
I'm glad that they didn't try and do like not to say like that he's gone, but like I'm glad there wasn't another
Yeah, like a CGI.
like let's try and do Heath Ledger again. Well, even if he had lived, like they would have taken it and they would have done another Joker movie because of success, and they would have ruined that whole series. Where
maybe, yeah.
in this case, like you had completely different psychopaths running it.
Now
And-
you've got like 15 different Jokers, and none of them are as good as Heath Ledger.
yeah, but like with Dark Knight Rises, it was the fact that Tom Hardy was so calm. No matter what, he was just calm.
You think this gives you power over me? I have that Bane mask somewhere.
Yeah?
I wore it for Halloween one time because my cousin dressed up. Like we did a party at my house, and my cousin dressed as the Joker, and he actually looked pretty good.
Nice.
And clearly
Threw the Bane mask on.
I
Yeah.
am little and bald, so like easy. Throw that mask on. Jason's just lost in Google land now. He's over in IMDb, just going down rabbit holes.
Well, what caught me is he's doing something for 1984.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
No, but it says there's a video
It's
above it.
Big Brother's voice.
So he's gonna be the voice of Big Brother.
Oh, that's
Speaking
Dude, that
of
book
things with
was
numbers,
phenomenal.
we started watching 1883, which I've dubbed Oregon Trail the series.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, before we go
it's
off,
pretty dope. Go.
Doug Yeager said Legend was one of his best roles. I agree because he played dual characters.
I don't know if I seen.
Dude,
Was that the one where he is like they're twin brothers?
Yeah.
Is that a show, like a series?
No,
on
it was a
on stream?
movie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ronnie.
Oh,
and,
yeah. That's not what I'm thinking of. I don't think.
I can't remember the name of the brothers, but the one is like clinically just insane.
Oh yeah, this is there's this. They've got a similar
Ronnie and
thing with
Reginald.
like a series, I think, where he's done a similar thing, and they're like, no, maybe that is it. Okay, I've only
actually-
seen flashes of it on the interwebs.
I can't think of the name of the show, but that's my favorite of his characters. There's a TV show he did where it's him versus the West India Trading Company
Okay,
in old England, like
it's the East India Trade Company, but that's fine.
East India Trade Company. But dude, his role in that Taboo, the name of it's Taboo. There was only one season, and it sucks that it's over because it was wild. He's just it's insane.
Oregon Trail the series. I'm only 2 episodes in. I recommend it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you still
Yeah.
no, that's the Sam Elliott one.
Sam Elliott, Tim McGraw,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you said that last time.
and I hate that Tim McGraw is just so good at everything. Like, come on, man. Like, he's good looking dude. He's in incredible shape. He's like one of the best country artists of all time. And like, he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna be a great actor now. He's like,
I'm gonna do this.
he's like The Rock, but he doesn't need stuff to blow up around him all the time.
Yeah, he's
to
actually
have
like
cool mood. Like, he doesn't like. He actually does a great job.
he's been in a couple movies.
He was in the Blind Side,
The Blind
which
Side,
was
that
a
was
great
fantastic.
movie.
Love
Love that.
him, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good one. And then what was there was one where he was like an abusive dad or something. Friday
didn't
Night
see
Lights.
that
He was in the TV series.
Okay.
I never watched. I think I saw like 2 episodes of it, and that was it. But yeah, he was in a ton of stuff.
I think my favorite part is just the fact that it's Oregon Trail, because like all the German people were drinking out of the river because they don't know any better, and I'm like, oh no, Caleb is gonna die from dysentery. Terry Crews just comes in, toasty.
How's the
Cigar.
how's the cigar treating you guys?
It's okay. It's like a very straight down the middle of the road, which again, after the last week of my smoking experience, is like a welcome
Is happy.
change. I think I don't know about the beer for me. Like, neither one of them was bad. Neither one of them did anything great for me, but I don't know about them with the cigar. They were definitely probably a better choice than the stronger beers that you were originally looking for to pair with this.
I don't necessarily say that they were stronger. They're just different.
Yeah.
Well, heavier on your palate, I would say. No? Like a
no,
Dunkel?
just different.
Okay.
Different.
Yeah, I mean, you still went
It's
for
not
that
bad.
Dunkel vibe with the Irish Red, and you went with that Hefeweizen vibe with the Oktoberfest,
Yeah.
where you got the floral notes and all that.
It's not bad.
No, it's good. It hasn't changed much. Like, I got that one little kick where, like, okay, this is turning into something, and then it kind of came back down from there, which disappointing because I thought it was going to progress more in that direction, and it was going to move up my list a good bit. But it's a very good cigar. I mean, price was incredible for. I mean, construction on it's been great. All that smoking experience has been good. So I think at the what was it, $9.50? I think they were $9.25. You know, that's very, very good.
Yeah, especially if you're not smoking them 7 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's I love the size. I love the construction. The flavors. It's a little hard to say because this is my first experience with it. I assume it's Jason's as well.
Yes.
So we don't have the ability to go like, okay, what was this before? Or what was it when it was fresh off the market? But like,
Sure.
if it's as old as you think it is, it's held up well.
Yeah, and I mean, so that Connecticut broadleaf in the filler is always gonna. I love when they use PA or Connecticut broadleaf in the filler because
punch.
Seems like it ages a little smoother for me. Like it I don't know. I feel like it ages more appropriately, so you still get to taste it more. Where with just like straight Lajero, Dominican Lajero, once it fades out, it just kind of fades into nothing. Like you still get flavor from it, and that's not across the board, but it's just on certain cigars. You know, I have a couple patinas that I pulled.
Ooh, I haven't had a patina in a while.
Yeah, let's say 2 years ago, I pulled like 4 Robustos in my humidor, and I got like another year or so, and I'm gonna start smoking through those one a year to see how they progress in age, because they have a lot of body for Connecticut. They have a lot of very complex profile.
How full is the humidor at home? Because you've got a massive humidor at home.
Yeah, I have a 2,000 count at home. There's probably 400 or 500 sticks in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
look at you living the dream and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of, hey, I need to try this. So like I have my bucket of samples here that I pull from usually, but I took, a good bit of those home so that hey, if I'm at home and I have a chance, I can pop one there. Go. Yeah, sorry that. You need anything? Just leave this shit sit there. What are you doing? Go. Sorry, guys. And I owe you a quarter.
Yes, Seneca just screwed you over, bro. Now,
Yeah.
now you're out.
That's a lot,
25
though.
cents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just trying to keep it light.
Yep.
So let's not delve. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so so I mean, I'd say probably around 400 cigars in there right now. But it's one of those, because it's such a big humidor. 400 cigars it makes it a little bit difficult sometimes to keep it maintained.
Sure.
Because it doesn't have as much mass to it, but that thing has a ton of cedar in it, which helps. And I will say, probably last time I filled it with water was February.
Wow.
And it's still, it goes depending on what the temperature is. So it's not a rushing, so it's not, monitoring its temperature on a, tenth of a degree, and it's not monitoring humidity on 1/10% anymore. Or on like the rushings are, but mine, every time it cycles to cool itself down, the humidity flips and it seems like it's high for a little bit, and then I just wait till it's always staying like one of them's between 66 and 70 at all times. So like the temperature, and they do this and they kind of counteract with each other, because that's actual humidity is different than relative humidity.
You should just like put them very opposite, like, turn the humidity all the way up and the temperature all the way down, and then flip it and see if you can just get a little tornado going inside of the thing.
Just to have it constantly going.
Yeah. So we may have actually already gotten to this, but like we were sitting on it for a long time. It was on the show notes. We teased it at one point. Did we ever actually find out how many cutters and lighters Corey has? Did I ever give the answer? Because you told me to hold off.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
You told me to hold off.
Yeah, we didn't get.
And so I never gave the answer. So as long as we're talking about stuff Corey's got at the house, I'm going to go to Jason first. If you want to give a shot at like how many cutters and how, not a total, like one of each, like guess on each one.
You have 72 lighters and you have 97 gutters.
I'm going to go with 1 and 1. I'm going with the Price is Right method here. So like as long as he went over, I'm good.
I'd give him closer over like the 1 and 1. And we're not doing that method. You have some general idea.
I think my guess last time was like 45 of the lighters and like 55 of the cutters, I think is what I guessed.
You guys are both over. Like I have an absurd amount of both.
Okay.
I have an absurd amount of both for like a guy that doesn't have a cigar shop.
Yeah.
But here's the actual numbers. And this is relatively accurate. I'm pretty sure that I counted everything, including the ones that stay in my truck, the ones that are in the travel humidors. 36 lighters, which I think is still an absurd amount.
That's a lot.
And 25 cutters. So the combined total was 51. But Jason actually got exactly double the amount of lighters. He said 72.
That's correct.
I'm at 36. Yeah. So like, you went with the safety factor of 2.
There we go.
That's right. So that wasn't a very...
Hi, Chris Scales. Sorry, I just realized she had like a bunch of comments. I don't know how I miss it when it's like she literally avatars every time she comes in.
I miss the wheelchair.
Oh yeah,
because she used to have her little character used to be in a wheelchair saying hello. Kind of miss it. Like you got to accessorize, Chris. They're doing the Bunkos today. again.
Oh, is it Bunko night?
It's Bunko Day.
Brit's in. She's like 4 events that like she was supposed to do today. So I think she ended up doing her grandmother's birthday party.
All right.
So I don't think she's making Bunko, but I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong.
Back to the photographs
Bach to
that
the
I
photographs.
provided. We don't have to hit them in any certain order, but the other cool thing that I got off the list over the weekend is my Christmas present and my birthday present and all the presents in between was a new tree stand, so that when I wake up from my wood naps, my back wouldn't hurt anymore. You know.
All right.
So new tree stand is up in the woods, roof assembled and installed.
Nice.
Let's get a little close up of the stand.
So the moniker I gave this one because my old one was the Tree Stand Mahal.
Yeah.
So I had to outdo that one. I did not give it that name. This one I called the Tree Boy Mansion.
Tree Boy Mansion.
Yeah. That roof is about 5 foot by 5 foot.
Oh,
just
wow.
to give you a perspective of how big it is. And everybody that was supposed to go up with me this weekend bailed. Uncle Artie was never supposed to. He was working, but my brother-in-law Sean and my cousin Frenchie were supposed to come up and help. They both bailed on me, so I had just the boy.
I would presume this is
That is the framework of the roof.
So it's not heavy. It's just cumbersome.
Very comfortable. Like that was without the extension on the bottom. There's a piece coming out of the bottom, but that's the essential framework.
Nice.
But I tell you what, man, like I got one out there that's the same. It's been out there 8 years. I got a wooden one that's been out there over 10 years. It's still in the stand isn't there anymore, but there's still this random wooden roof on a tree. And Sean has been tempted to be like, oh, I could go stand under that and get out of the rain. But what if it's the day that it comes down? Because that thing's got to weigh 200 pounds with all the moisture that's in it anymore.
Yeah,
I
that's
used like
no good.
2x10s for the side rails on this thing.
Louise.
Oh man, is it heavy?
Yeah, lightweight is beneficial.
So that tree stand is 20 feet high. And so I had to get the boy to come up, my son to come up with me and like help me navigate this thing into the stand. But once he was there, this kid will go on rides I would never go on. Like I am terrified of roller coasters because I don't like being in a situation where if something fails, I'm done. Like if you give me control over like, okay, I'm going to put you up really high, but you can like hold on to something, I feel okay.
You feel good about it.
Yeah, but like if you put me in the arms of like some 15-year-old dude that's working a summer job to try to pick up chicks to make sure that I am secure and no bolts are loose, I'm out. Like, like I will. The Thunderbolt is like the biggest roller coaster that I enjoy.
Wow.
Yeah. I like wooden coasters because there's a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know if it gives me the mentality of I'm not as high and like just out there by myself. But I feel like if something happened, I could grab a hold of something. I could survive that. I could get my way down.
It gives you that illusion of
But
safety.
he got up in that tree stand. He helped me get the roof in, to his credit. Did a great job of helping me get it there. And then he was just shaking and taking up space that I needed. Well, like ideally, I would have a second able-bodied person, especially because he's like way taller than me.
Sure.
I'm like, he'll be able to hold this thing up and I'll secure it on and stuff. Nah, he was just like, I got to look at the tree. I'm like, why don't you just get down, buddy? I'll figure it out. And yeah.
Tree stands are terrifying. Chris actually just pointed out she was in physical therapy with somebody because their tree stand let loose on them and they fell and broke their pelvis.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel good about the solidity of this stand in the tree and all that stuff. But I will say, once he vacated to the ground, it probably took me over an hour to get this thing secured to the tree and put up.
Yeah,
One of the big improvements I made was like last time I was lag bolting it into the tree, which was really hard because you need 2 people up there to stand and like work the gun and stuff. So this time I used 2 ratchet straps through. The top one has like a PVC cross. The bottom there's 2 T's, and that's why it sticks out from below,
right,
so that I'd have something to leverage it and lift it up. But it took me a long time. But it's up, and yeah,
nice.
I look forward to many really good naps in that tree while the deer prance around and go.
Just saunter on by you.
He's waking up. The snoring's getting softer.
Time to roll.
Get out of there.
Yep. Because you still haven't got one yet, have you? No. Man.
I have a perfect record.
least you're consistent.
I am. I am. This one's nice. It's got back support.
How many years have you been?
I've been for I don't know, probably since 2013, so a little over 10 years. With that being said, the first couple of years that I did it, actually up until 2022, it was still oil field days, so there were no scheduled days off. So I was lucky if I made it up like one day for the whole year.
Sure.
Those first few years. Since I changed jobs, I've done, probably since the start of 2022, I've probably got like 10 days in the stand since then.
Nice.
So it's not like I've had like a whole bunch of time in the woods, but I do have the problem with falling asleep if I'm not engaged in something, as you've noted.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But a big part of the thing for me is like the old stand, I couldn't, if I stood up in it, the old seat didn't flip back. So you just be doing a teetering thing. Dude, Jason is like ready to go. He's checked out. He's like, I want to talk about whatever you got.
I don't know what I want to talk about.
Yeah, Sam rolls away. As soon as you're not here anymore, he loses interest in me. He's like, I need something pretty to look at while we're doing this show, I think.
Aw, you still think I'm pretty?
I do.
You're so pretty.
I think you're gorgeous, Sam.
Oh, thank you, boys. I appreciate that about you.
I didn't mean to make it that big of a thing either. Like, I know, like, neither of you is like, oh, yeah, let's talk about hunting. It was just like another, hey, let's talk about knocking it off the list or whatever.
Yeah, I used to hunt a lot, like every day, but I just fell out of love with it completely. Like, I have no urge to go hunting anymore.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, I used to be every day before work, I'd go out like 3 in the morning, go coyote hunt, and then go to work, take a shower at work all day, groundhog hunt on the way home, and then go home. That was like
well, the
4 or
deer
5 days a
thing
week.
too. You also have like that like country, like, hey, I could just like walk out on the porch and get one anytime I want, right?
And that was it. Like, and I mean, I kept it in season, but I had a 300-yard range at the house, so I would just come home from work on a midnight shift, grab a gun, a vest, and a hat, throw it over my shoulder, and sit on the porch and just watch.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, they're going to cross. Why? Because the creek's down there and they bed up there. So like, oh, I missed it. They already came through. I'm going to bed.
You don't have to carry like 500 pounds of stuff out in a mile into the woods and put it up in a tree. Well, what are you even doing it for, you know?
And then like I had heavy equipment too. So like, oh, I got one. Okay. I'm not walking up there to go get it. I'm going to go get the tractor and the backhoe, and I'm going to drive up and I'm going to dig a hole, and then I'm going to pick the deer up with the backhoe, and I'm going to take care of everything right there, throw all the meat in the bucket, you know, and then at the end, go back, wash it. I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
2 hours it was in the freezer.
Yeah.
Where we hunt is so inaccessible to equipment. I don't think you could get a quad to my tree stand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, there are a lot of narrow paths to get there.
So
And it's so like bottlenecked.
So how long, let's say you get one, how long of a drag is it?
That's real hard for me to say. I'm not real good with, obviously I've been exaggerating numbers for a long time as a
Working in the oil field.
Well, yeah, it started before that.
Double whatever your time to walk in is. That's generally been the rule of thumb for.
I would say
dragging out.
like so walking in, it takes about 20-25 minutes, but
Okay,
you're
that's
also not like hauling ass to get out there, right? Because you're
Sure.
trying not to sweat. But like I said, it's mostly about the terrain is just not extremely. You can't navigate it with a lot of and then you have the same problem with the deer, right? So I have helped Art drag stuff out, and it's like, okay, up and over this tree, in between these rocks,
Oh,
down
no.
through this crevice. Like, oh yeah, there's a lot of falls. There's little streams that you have to cross. There's tons of tight spaces in between trees that you're navigating through. So that's really the crux of what. On the plus side, though, because it is so inaccessible, I can this is public land. It's Allegheny National Forest, but I could put all that crap out in my tree, and it's like nobody's ever gonna know it's there.
Sure.
No game wardens ever going by. Like you're not gonna. Anybody that goes there is going to either live there or be friends with somebody that does.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise you're never gonna see it.
well. That's I always wanted to go elk hunting. And,
Sure.
But the reason I never did was because I didn't want to deal with dragging it.
An
out.
800-pound elk
Yeah.
out of it. No.
Yeah, like we got to get this thing out of here. Like, come on, like that's, a buddy of mine was a guide in Colorado, and he's telling me, he's like, one guy shot one and it fell off a cliff. We got to go get it.
Oh man!
Wow.
He's like, it was 5 hours till we got to the elk.
Dude, holy crap!
He's like, and then we had to figure out how we were getting it out. And all, I'm like, yeah, no, like,
So, the elk species, an adult male elk can weigh anywhere from 392 to 1,096 pounds. Adult females rate, oh, no, that's an adult female. For adult males, 375 to 624 pounds. No, that's males. What the hell?
what the hell? Sorry, I had to. What are you trying to figure out here? You've got me confused, bud.
He's got averages there but I don't think either of those were necessarily gender specific. Here we go.
The average weight range of all the different elk species is between 392 and 1,096 pounds for adult males and 375 to 642 pounds for adult females.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah,
They're huge. No, thank you. I don't want to deal with that. That says like, yeah, nope. And then we went out to Colorado. We were, I don't know, we were just driving down the road, and they'll just be like chilling on the side of like in somebody's yard.
Mm-hmm.
They're all over the place, and that was like, all right, I got no urge to do this. Like, if I want one, it's right there. I can't justify sitting freezing my butt off to get something that like just get an old scrap car and take care of them. That kind of thing. Yeah, those things, they're huge though, man.
That is the Tom Hardy of elk right there.
Yeah,
See how I tied that back in?
I did. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That's right.
Have you ever hunted anything other than deer?
I want to do bear, but bear meat is kind of notoriously,
Man.
yeah. No, they go. Arr.
Yeah, man.
I
got it. I got it,
felt
yeah.
good about it. That song. You just took me back to that song. You had me at meh. So I do want to hunt bear, but the problem with bear is the meat can be tricky and it can be not necessarily super clean.
Yeah.
But I kind of just want like a Jon Snow cloak. Like I want to be a watcher on the wall. So the problem is though, I'd want to do it myself, the tanning of the skin and stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't want to like kill an animal to do that and then have it be the first time, and obviously you're going to destroy it.
Yeah.
So like my ambition is I'm hoping at some point, since I made this decision, even Uncle Artie hasn't gotten a deer, so maybe it's my fault. But I'm thinking like I'd like to do a couple of practice hides with some deer that we're harvesting for meat anyways. Yeah. And then go like, okay, like I think I might be capable of doing this. Then I'd go for revenge for Bucky.
Yeah,
because
there's
a black bear out. Yeah, that'll go over real well with my daughter.
Well, look, they're delicious. So she's okay with you killing anything except bunnies?
Well, I think a lot of her acceptance has to do with the fact that I never kill anything. She's like, oh, well, hunting doesn't necessarily mean killing. There's not a direct correlation there. If you do it like my dad, I never have to worry about anybody getting hurt, except for people that fall out of the tree stand. You know what I mean?
Do you guys ever go hiking?
Have you met my wife?
Yeah. So I'm not big on hiking, but like I'll go hiking fine. I don't ever be like, you know what? Let's go for a random walk in the woods. So my wife figured out the
pretty lady with the melons wants to go hiking. You go hiking.
Kids want to go. She wants to go. We go. Fine. My wife figured out a trick though. I call it hunting. She calls it hiking, and now we're both happy. She's like, the only difference is now I have to carry a gun. So like,
There you go.
we'd go walk around for hours looking for bunnies and stuff like that, and I was fine with it then. But I don't want to just walk in the woods.
Shannon loves venison, but it took her a long time to be able to come around on being able to say, did you like get anything? Did you kill anything? Every year, like Uncle Artie, me, whoever, she'd be like, did you catch anything? They're like, that's not what we're
not
trying
catching.
to do. It's not quite the same. But she'd go, you catch anything? You catch anything?
No, we didn't catch. Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah.
But here in PA, I mean, we have Elk County.
Sure we do.
So
Yes.
we do have elk as well.
We've probably, the three of us, all worked in that county extensively.
Me and one of the guys who lived up there, we used to go like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we would go up into Elk County, and there was a place we would go and we would watch the elk.
Yeah.
I tell you
hundreds of
what,
them.
bro, that is a beautiful area too.
Yeah.
Elk County, dude. You get in this into some of those country roads back there. The number of times that I've been driving through, like always working on night shift, and I'd see like this dope bar with this beautiful deck situated right on this creek, like this beautiful stream, and I'd be like, I'm gonna go hang out there.
Yeah.
And I was always on night shift. And so it was like, you never had the opportunity to, but that's all I wanted to do. It was like Roadhouse on a game
Roadhouse.
reserve. I'm like, I'm gonna go hang out with Dalton, drink some beers, and there's people fly fishing in the back probably and stuff. People with getting their teeth knocked out in the bar. It'd be a good time.
Sounds like a great place.
So Chris Scales said you got to wear your Jon Snow cloak while you're being a watcher in your deer stand.
See
And
what
then
Shannon
your wife had
she
the
just-
best comment.
The shortest legs that I have, and she's got to cut them out from underneath me.
Completely.
Go ahead. I'm going to let you have it.
She said no matter how she phrased the question, the answer was always the same.
That's accurate.
God.
Did you catch? No. Did you kill? No. Did you get? No.
Did you
Well, that's-
see?
No. They saw me. Uncle Artie has a great video of him walking up to the tree stand. He's calling me on the radio. I'm not answering. He's like, what the hell's going on? He walks up. He hears some crazy noise. As he gets closer, he realizes it's me snoring.
He's like, are you getting a tattoo up there?
He's got this video like the great, like right at the end of like I woke myself up just in time to see him standing there filming me.
Oh.
That's pretty.
He's like
good.
walking up to my stand. I'm not answering. He hears this noise. He's like, oh, I'm gonna pull out my crossbow. And then he's like, oh, it's just Corey snoring in the tree stand.
So I'm coming up on the finale of the cigar. You get that end of the stick pep to it, and even that end of the stick on this one still just it's good.
Yeah.
It it's log.
Just like anything else, I finished first. And it was not a bad experience. I have nothing negative to say. It wasn't necessarily memorable.
I just think it's not our style, like any of the three of us.
That's fair. It's fair. It's not,
It was salty.
passed out and sweating. Yeah.
It was what?
It was salty.
Salty?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't get that at all. That's one of my favorite things in a stick.
I enjoy that too. I think that's like one of the reasons I love that the Corojo Habano mix on like those perfect
Yeah.
Rothschilds is because as soon as you touch the cigar to your lips, it is engaging your palate on hyperdrive. Like,
Yeah.
it is up there. I'm ready to roll. So it's
Ah.
kind of went a little bit slow, but we got there.
Yeah, no. That's,
What do you got coming up? Anything?
I'm doing Bethel Park Chamber of Commerce. I'm doing their golf outing on the 22nd. So that'll be my first golf outing that I've done as an event. So
Neat.
I'm really excited for that.
Are you golfing?
No, I'll be on hole 9 at the turn. So I'll be
Okay, that's cool.
table popped up there. And then on the 25th, we got Liberty Pool and Apostate. So, and
Awesome.
oh, excuse me. This month, Evan's going to be down there with us as well. So I'm excited for that. I think Brandon's personality and Evan, like that combination is going to be spot on. I think that's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
How about you, Strummy?
Yeah, we've got this coming Friday. Actually, should be a really cool show. One of the places we played the most is Main Street Tavern in Munhall. Owner Phil is super awesome, big fan. We appreciate him a lot. But they do a couple of block parties over in Munhall in the summertime where they shut down Main Street where the bar's located, and they have a bunch of different vendors and stuff come out and do food and I don't know what else, but I've seen videos that look pretty cool. So. Nick and I will have the canopy set up right on the street. We'll be playing all your favorite acoustic tunes, hanging out there doing the outdoor show. It's going to be from 5 to 8. Again, that's Main Street Tavern over in Munhall, Pennsylvania. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'd be fun. The only problem is I have to pack the gear right before in the truck, have a change of clothes, and go straight from work or I can't make it on time.
Yeah.
So, and if I'm not mistaken, we have no idea what we're smoking next week, do we?
We're smoking the Romacraft, Aquitaine, Mastodon.
Hell yeah.
Aquitaine, Hunger Force.
Close enough.
Aqua, Mastodon.
I just
Dude,
got them in and I was like, it's fresh in my mind. Let's smoke that.
That sounds like a cartoon I would buy the toys from. Aquitaine, Mastodon. What time's that show? 9? 9:30?
That's going to be at 9 o'clock.
9
That's gonna
a.m.
be at 9
start
o'clock.
next week, kids. So if
Hold
you
on,
pass Jason in the restroom at get-go, make sure he's finishing up.
Before we lock in the Mastodon, you guys want to do that or do you want to do the Saber
Mastodon.
Okay.
Wait, what are the sizes?
Similar size.
Mastodon's got to be bigger.
Yeah, Mastodon is box press 60 on the widest part. Now I think it's a 50 on the cross section.
What's the Saber?
The Sabertooth's a 54 or 52. So I mean,
I've smoked the saber tooth like 3
Yeah, let's
times.
do the
Okay.
math.
Let's
They're
do
going to
the
be
math
pretty
on.
much about the same anyways after the box press.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit the outro again.
Third time,
Sorry.
it's the charm. You know what they say. We'll do this.
Salut.
That's what they say. See you guys.